Hello everyone, my name is Trittany and I'm the reader here at the Crown and Castle Collective, where we're all kings and queens of our own kingdom that we call life. This is a January 2020 prediction reading for all of the earth signs out there, so Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. These could be your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign, or anywhere in your birth chart that really sticks out with who you are. So that's what this reading is for. We are going to go and look at the overall energy of this month for you, your greatest challenge, and then your greatest accomplishment. We're also going to take a look into your mental space throughout the month, your heart space, your career, and your money section, as well as your own spiritual development. So I have a whole bunch of cards here laid out in front of me. I've only kind of taken a peek at them, and I'm going to allow for more messages to flow through. So, if you have subscribed to my channel in the past, I just want to thank you, and if you are new, I want to welcome you. Everyone who has liked and commented on my videos in the past, it means so much to me. Thank you, and I'm excited to just keep growing my channel. So thank you for joining me. We are going to go ahead and get started. So, Capricorns, Taurus, and Virgos, the overall energy for you this month and the overall theme for you is this number 20, protection. And I'm really feeling this energy as you are in this month, really protecting your energy. You're noticing where it's been depleted, perhaps, and really starting to put yourself first. And that's showing up in how you are protecting your energy, how you're harnessing it, and how you are using it efficiently to keep yourself going. So, your greatest challenge of this month is number 25. Whoa, I just flung it. 25, love that you are different. So, 25 adds up to a 7. And when I think of 7, I think of it as a very strong life path number in defining who you are on that path. And I'm seeing that in your other cards here too, that you could be a little bit older in age, and the way that you are doing things on the course of your life may be seen as not so traditional. And so you're kind of being forced to accept yourself for who you are and be patient with yourself, because you're doing things at your pace, not anyone else's, and really prioritizing yourself along the way and being able to love yourself throughout that course of time. And I feel like you could be going through a major life change in the way that you look at yourself energetically and physically, and just where you are in the physical world. Perhaps this is also, obviously, this is your birthday month, so you could be kind of analyzing how you have changed and coming to terms with who you are now versus who you were a year ago. Your greatest accomplishment is this blessings here, and the actual meaning of this card refers to fresh springs, bodies of water that bring healing. Just not only like the spiritual beings that are around you, being aware and being present with them, being able to notice them and how they're pushing you to take more care of yourself and prioritize yourself more, to be patient and loving with yourself. All of those great energies, those are around you. So be very, very open to them. And I feel like you are starting to listen and starting to open up to those wise words that are being said and fed to you. But also, you really are taking that time to kind of recharge your own batteries and refresh your energy, cleansing your space, cleansing your energy, and kind of cutting out people who may not be very healthy for you, who could be a little bit toxic for you. So, where you're at in your headspace this January, we have the Two of Cups. We have the Sun card, which represents Leo. Could be sign specific for you. If not, it's just the energy. Move this down a little bit here. We also have the Two of Swords. The King of Cups could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And we also have the Six of Cups, kind of clarifying that King of Cups. The Six of Pentacles. So I feel like your relationships in January 2020 is a big thing. And I'm not talking just intimate relationships. I'm talking with yourself, with spirit, with your parents, with your family, siblings, friends, co-workers, all of those kinds of connections. Nothing just relationship specific. But this Two of Cups is showing up in your mental space right away. I feel like you could be going in and out of being introverted and extroverted during January because you could be a very outgoing person. It's just that you have to start to take a little bit back to recharge yourself and really reflect upon things. You could really be wanting to be in a relationship around this time, along with this sun card right next to it. You could really want to express your love to someone, but you're very contemplative about it with this Two of Swords. You could be really contemplative about going into a new job as well, into a new partnership. I feel like you would bring a lot to the table, but you're really questioning what can the other person bring you. And that's really being analyzed right now and very closely looked at in your partnership section for January of 2020. You give so much of yourself, but what are you receiving back? So we also have the King of Cups right here and the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like you're really dealing with you could be thinking about starting your own business. That could be a thing. You could be trying to think of different ways to make more money, and you could be like just in the very early stages of that and kind of feeding off ideas with other people and really looking at ways that you could accomplish your dreams, but you're being very skeptical, but in a very healthy way. And you could be even skeptical about starting new relationships and starting a new job, whether that's not even your own business, but just starting a new job in general. And I feel like you're really challenging authority figures as well in this January of 2020. And that could go all the way up to like your chain of command. You could go all the way up to your boss, or it could be like a supervisor or coworker. I feel like you could be competing a little bit for a little bit more recognition, and I feel like you're very deserving of that position as well. And I feel like other people are definitely seeing it as well. It's showing up very prominently. So, where are you at in your heart space of January 2020? We have the King of Arrows. We have the Knight of Arrows, which is a hawk. We have the Ace of Bows, the Spark of Life. And we also have the Ace of Arrows, the Breath of Life. So with your heart space in January, again, I feel like it's a constant back and forth for you in your relationships. You could be wanting to be in a union with someone, but I feel like you're really embracing your freedom right now. You're really trying to figure out how to conserve and protect your own energy before inviting others in, because I feel like you've been wronged in the past, and so now you're trying to learn your lessons and move on and how to make yourself much more stable in those kind of areas. So, with this King of Arrows, which is the King of Swords, the Kingfisher is someone who goes head in, like just straight down all by themselves, head first, without really planning or thinking in this deck, anyways. So I feel like you could be really quick to like jump in. You could be either really quick to jump into relationships, or you could just kind of sit back and watch and kind of pick out who you want to talk to. But I feel like you're not cultivating anything very serious. If you're someone that just like jumps right into things, you're just out here living your life, dating, and just kind of make sure that you're doing those things though to protect your energy, because if you are just out here dating, you can find that you run into people who can just suck your energy right out of you, even though that could be the opposite of what you're looking for. uh I just feel like in your heart space, yeah, you could be talking to someone that you do have an interest with, someone that you've had your eye on, just really kind of starting in the beginning phases of those, but you're so busy, I feel like, with your work area, which is very Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, very earth sign. I feel like the relationships are kind of in the back of the burner right now. And if they are in the front of your burner, I feel like you're just setting your eyes on someone to really take your course with. So I feel like you're either in the before stages of kind of being on the dating fields, or you're just now honing in on someone special and someone that you could be talking to a little bit more frequently, someone that you're really just starting to grow feelings for, and you could see yourself with them perhaps long term. Those are those things that are being analyzed. Uh like I said, with this love that you're different, this biggest challenge that you're having this year, I kind of, for some reason, that was coming through with the relationships too as well. I feel like if you are an older person and you are still single and you're still enjoying your freedom, some people could find that as very untraditional, as in you should be getting serious about your life, you should be settling down and whatnot and so forth. Um, just be patient with yourself. Love that you are different, love that you are taking your time and really relishing your own energy. So don't let that kind of stuff get to you. So, where are you in January 2020 with your career and your finances? Right off the bat, we have the Tower card, the Queen of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and also the Ten of Wands. So this is kind of where I'm seeing a little bit of challenge to authority or challenge to a rivalry that you may have in your workspace. Perhaps the finances aren't as equal in your relationship and you're really trying to take a closer look. And again, you are fully in an analyzing headspace of January 2020. And you have that right next to that King of Cups right here in your headspace with that Six of Pentacles. So we have a king up here, and then we actually have the Queen of Cups down here with your finances. So if you are in a partnership, and that may not even be a intimate partnerships, perhaps you could have a roommate as well, and you're really trying to take a look at how you are splitting the costs and stuff of living together, perhaps. But I'm feeling this in your workspace as well. I feel like you're really kind of trying to take a look at maybe if it's a should I stay or should I go situation in the workplace. You will probably come to that decision in January because we have the Tower here. And with the Queen of Cups, I feel like you are just not very satisfied with where you are in your job. Perhaps you haven't moved, you haven't climbed in your position, and you may not feel as recognized. You could feel like things are just going round and round and not really progressing very much. I feel like you could have a little bit of a misunderstanding or like a disagreement with a superior, a coworker, or a boss with this King of Pentacles right next to there as well. And it's with the Ten of Wands. So this is kind of like a very heavy, burdensome conflict that could have happened. But also I feel like if you're deciding to leave your job, I think you can find a lot more emotional fulfillment in that job. You'll probably have a little bit more financial stability as well with that King of Pentacles. And if this is something that you're starting by yourself, if it's a business that you're willing to start by yourself, I feel like it's just going to flow a lot nicer for you. You're going to be your own boss. Things are just going to be a lot more under control for you regarding your energy and just all aspects of your life. You'll have it much more under control with this Ten of Swords. And I feel like you're going to be able to obtain more of your own personal energies and really hone them and grow your business. In the month of January, it is your birthday, so try not to like overspend a little bit. Try not to splurge. If you are going out and celebrating, make sure that you are capping out your price range. And if if it if it has been a while since you splurged, okay, then maybe allow yourself one quick treat, but don't overdo it. I feel like that's something, you can't come back from overnight anyways. So, where are you at in your spirituality, in your spiritual development in January of 2020? We have the Page of Swords, the King of Cups. Again, this was in your headspace. We also have the Wheel. Again, we have the Six of Pentacles. This was in your headspace. And we also have the Star card. So when I see that a lot of cards show up in multiple spaces, particularly you're having a lot of cards in your headspace show up in other areas, allows me to know that you are very much in tune with what your thoughts, your intuitive thoughts are, and the way that you're actually feeling and the way that you're interacting in the world. And we see that again in this blessing card. You're being very open and yet very connected to your own thoughts and feelings and to spirit itself, putting you on your righteous path. So, in that spiritual development, with this Page of Swords, I thought I had it again. No. We have a Knight and a King of Swords, but with this Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, I'm getting a little bit of a block here. Let me work through it. So with that Page of Swords, we have this King of Cups. So those two together, I feel like you're really learning how to communicate a little bit more clearly again in this workspace, because I feel like there is some kind of conflict that you're having in your workspace with this Tower card, whether that's bartering or asking, for a raise or for a different position. I feel like you're really gaining the confidence to express and show yourself that you are worthy in the work area and for communicating more effectively in relationships and just how you interact in the world. I feel like you are just learning how to express yourself a little bit more. Perhaps you're kind of always kept in, and in your headspace, you had this Two of Cups with this Sun card. I feel like you're really wanting to reach out and make new friends and express yourself through new activities and new passions. Like, you have a lot of stuff pent up, I feel like. And I feel like you're just starting to, scratch your way out into newer, more authentic ways. And we also have the Wheel right next to that. So I feel like you're really evolving, you're really changing. The Wheel is something that's progressive, which is exactly what we want to see in our spiritual field. Especially when it comes to dealing with our emotions and dealing with how we've seen our change over the past year. Um, Again, this is around your time of your birthday, if you're a Capricorn, I should say. So really kind of accepting how you've changed, um, whether that's physically and emotionally over the year, or with this Six of Pentacles, how you've changed in business as well. Perhaps you're getting your finances a little bit more in line for preparation of the future. And I feel like you could be really financially stable in January of 2020, and that's kind of letting you splurge a little bit. I mean, it is kind of still around the holiday time, but you're being you're being very thankful and very grateful, and I feel like that's very aligned with your spirituality right now and where you are. If you give thanks, more things to be thankful for will come, because we also have the Star right next to that. So I feel like this is with that recognition that you're kind of getting by spirit. They're surrounding you right now. They're giving you methods of healing, and they're really allowing you to let your light shine, in relationships, in your singlehood, in your business or in work, you're kind of being put up on a pedestal right now, I feel like, in January. A lot of people have their eyes on you, especially if you're single, even in relationships, someone has their eye on you. In business and at work, I feel like other coworkers or other bosses are really keeping their eyes on you. Um, Coworker could be in a challenging way, and your boss could be in a star recognition way. And I feel like Spirit has their eye on you just because I feel like you're kind of in a complex mode right now, Earth signs. And they're seeing how you're adjusting and how you're transitioning and uh, keeping yourself going during times of trial and times of questioning your beliefs in yourself, in the universe, and whatnot and so forth. But they see you as very hardworking, and that hasn't really changed over the years. If you used to be a slacker, you came a long way. You're much more deserving now, and Spirit is recognizing that about you. They're recognizing how you are prioritizing yourself as well, so that will be rewarded. You could get a little bit of a vacation too in the future. Perhaps you're going to take a little bit of time off work. Could be much needed as well. Alright, well, that's all I'm getting for you, Earth signs. Thank you for watching. It's been a long time since I've made a specific horoscope kind of reading for the month. It's been almost a year for me since I've done one of these, so please let me know if it resonated. It means a lot to me. Let me know in the comments, or you can give the video a like. And also, if you want to subscribe, you can see more of my videos coming here in the future. And don't forget to check out the description box. I do give personal readings, and I'm on other social media platforms as well. And on my Facebook page, I offer a free reading every now and then. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and give my page a like. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.